broadcast high school athletics
Online
from Portland's West Side.
We are West Side Mobile Media.
Banks, Oregon.
Thanks for joining us online for this broadcast of Banks Braves High School Athletics on West Side Mobile Media. Banks Braves Athletic broadcasts are brought to you by Jason Bond Remodeling, Jim's Market, Sarah Hesselman, Premier Property Group, Christy Van Meter at Caliber Home Loans, La Hayes Custom Embroidery, Banks Post Newspaper, Wana Credit Union, Main Street Pizza, Goggins Creek Coffee, Specialty Screen Printing, GorgeNet ISP, Econo Fab Pole Buildings, Enlightenment of You Party Events, and Oregon Army National Guard. Now, here's the voice of Westside Mobile Media, Trevor Beard, alongside color analyst Jonathan Lee.
Good evening and welcome to Banks, Oregon. Banks High School is the site. It is the place where the Banks Lady Braves have never lost in 2022, 2023, and after tonight, they're looking to keep it that way. Welcome to this Wednesday edition of Banks Braves Basketball. My name is Jonathan Lee, joined as always by Trevor Beard. Tonight, we've got the semifinal matchup of the Class 3A Coastal Range League Tournament. Yes, Trevor, the semifinal. It is the only semifinal game. The winner of this game will take on the Corbett Cardinals on Friday night at Rainier High School. About as neutral as you can get in the Coastal Range League. It's about an hour's drive. And just to put a little perspective of how far north that is, if you were to go east, you're going to cross over the Columbia River into Washington, and it is right in line with Longview, Washington. So if you've ever driven up I-5 from Portland into southwest Washington to Longview, you know that's about an hour's drive up there. Well, just go west a little bit, and you're going to find Rainier, Oregon. Not to be confused with Rainier, Washington. That's also over there in that area as well, I believe. But that is on Friday night. This is Wednesday night. Before you can even talk about that, you've got to match up. And this is a team, the Riverdale Mavericks, coming in here tonight, number 9 in the state of Oregon against the number 1 Banks Lady Braves. Just one blemished all year, 23-1, looking for their 6th straight win since that 16-point loss to Corbett. And that's a team that this Banks Braves team, they really, since that loss, has been kind of a wake-up call. They've been on a mission just running through anybody and everybody they get to. And, Trevor, I expect them to do the same thing tonight against Riverdale. I do not expect the same thing that they had 2 weeks ago, exactly 2 weeks ago today, on the very day as when they had to come from behind in the fourth quarter. I'm expecting this to be a lot different result tonight.
Yeah, playing at home, I think it's going to be a much larger margin of victory than the game at Riverdale where they had to come from behind early in the fourth quarter. I do not expect a blowout like we saw on Monday in the 58-point win over Rainier, 70-12. Riverdale's a lot better offensive team than scoring 12 points in a game, but Banks is a pretty good defensive team. For Banks to win tonight, this is probably going to be, they've been averaging about 53 points a game. They're going to like to keep this game in the 50s, maybe the lower 60s to get a win tonight. If Riverdale's going to have any chance, I know we talked about it before the pregame, it's going to come from the Zarowski sisters.
Well, I would say one thing there. I would agree they are a lot better offensive team in organization than Rainier. They're not a huge scoring team. If you look at their schedule and the way things have played out for Riverdale this season, a lot of their games, they've won a lot of their games, but they score under 50 points. I think they're a lot more of a deliberate offensive team. They're not going to look to get out and run. That's why they lost to Corbett by 26 points a couple of weeks ago or last week, because they're not going to get out and run with Corbett. They're not going to get out and run with Banks, but they are a lot better defensive team than Rainier. They're very deliberate on offense, a lot more structured. So, like we saw Monday night against Rainier, Rainier had a really hard time just getting into their offense to even work the ball around. Riverdale is a lot more comfortable getting in their offense and can get around and work the ball in and find those cuts and make some cuts. And they got some good players to do so, and they also have some size. And I'm talking about the 5'11" senior post Olivia Skalich, although 2 weeks ago when they played at Riverdale, Olivia wound up fouling out of that game early on. I think that was a huge that played effect a little bit in the fourth quarter as the Banks post the bigger players, Madison Bigsby and Alex Saunders, both of 5'11". They were the leading scorers in that game. Alex had 14, Madison Bigsby had 13, and they were able to just go in and inside the lane because they didn't have Skalich inside. So I think Skalich is going to have to stay on the court for Riverdale to be effective tonight. And, of course, you mentioned right there, we wanted to talk about the Zaraskis. Don't know if they're sisters or not, but Abby Zaraski, she's a 5'6" senior. Lily Zaraski, a 5'8" freshman. They are much like, and I think this is going to be a live scout tonight for Banks. Should they win tonight and then get that rematch with Corbett, because technically they are 1-1. Corbett winning on their home floor, Banks beating Corbett on their home court here, 43-41. So they're tied at 1-1. So that game would be the rubber match to settle the score. But more importantly, who would get the top automatic qualifying position? Let's talk about that a little bit. Both of these teams tonight, they know they're in the state playoffs. We're in the top three right now, and we know that Riverdale, Banks, and Corbett are going to the state playoffs that are going to start next weekend.
Plus Neoconi.
And Neoconi's the at-large.
Right.
There's only 3 automatic qualifiers from the Coastal Range League. So I'm saying the 3 teams tonight, we know that they're in the state tournament.
Speaking of the...
Neoconi doesn't really know. We know they're in a good position to get an automatic berth because they're the highest ranked team after the AQs are settled. But it's not a given. We know these 3 teams, these 2 teams tonight and Corbett, are a given to be the top 3 from the Coastal Range League.
Well, why don't we talk a little bit about our broadcast schedule and the schedule for next week. We will not be at Rainier on Friday. Just too early of a start time for the girls. 5 o'clock start with about an hour travel time, half-hour setup time. And with both of us working day jobs, just not really feasible for us to get there in time for that game. And again, not really much to play for with even on the boys' side. Banks playing in the title game against Riverdale. Banks, Riverdale, and Neoconi advancing on the boys' side. No at-large for the 3A boys tournament from the Coastal Range League. Brackets were released just earlier this week. Banks boys and girls will bypass the play-in round, which will be held early next week. I know for the girls it will be the 21st. Girls' second round, which Banks should host, will be February 24th. We don't have a time yet, but that is next Friday, and then the boys will play on February 25th. That's next Saturday again. We do not have times yet released for either game. Do not know opponents yet. Opponents will be released after the play-in round early next week. I think it's Monday for the boys and Tuesday for the girls, or vice versa. No, it's the 21st for the girls after looking at the bracket earlier today. But right now, Banks boys will be the 5 seed based on current rankings and host Santiam Christian of Adair Village based on current rankings. The way the bracket is set up, Banks girls, if they stay number 1, would, again, based on current rankings, this will likely change after a lot of league tournaments this weekend. But the 20 versus 13 would play the 1 in the second round, which right now is Banks, and 20 versus 13 is Elmira and Cresswell, 2 teams from the Mountain Valley Conference.
Well, we want to get into looking at the Riverdale Mavericks. Tonight's opponent, they come in 19-7, looking for their 20th win of the season if they can get it tonight and be the first team to knock off Banks on their home court. It's a tall task, but they have a couple of sets of families in their lineup, and they will likely be in the starting 5. We'll talk about the Riverdale Mavericks, tonight's opponent. On the other side of this break, this is Banks Braves, Lady Braves basketball, built by Jason Bond Remodeling, and we'll be back after we hear from Jason Bond Remodeling.
Want to give your kitchen or bath a fresh new look? Jason Bond Remodeling has over 20 years experience fabricating and installing stone countertops and can upgrade your home with the countertops of your dreams without the dreamy price tag. They pride themselves on quality and customer satisfaction. They also offer cabinet installation and will do their best to beat any bid by 10%. Based in Washington County and will service most Portland area locations. For quality kitchen and bath remodels, call Jason Bond Remodeling at 503-430-0145.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
Back to Banks High School. This is the Jim's Market pregame show. I'm Jonathan Lee alongside commentator Trevor Beard. Tonight it is the Coastal Range League Tournament semifinal game. The winner of tonight's game will be moving on to Friday's league championship game, air quotes around that, league championship game against the, again, air quotes, the number one seed from the conference, even though they did finish technically tied with Banks, the Corbett Cardinals, and that game will be played at Rainier High School, about an hour from the Portland metro area as the crow flies. Well, let's just say this, Trevor, an hour in light traffic. You ever tried to go up I-5 or Highway 30 on a Friday afternoon? Not for the faint of heart, we'll just say that. But tonight, the Riverdale Mavericks, they've got the Zaraskis. We know they're going to be in the starting lineup. Lily Zaraski is a 5'8 freshman. Abby Zaraski, a 5'6 senior. She scored 14 points on that game on Wednesday, February 1st at Riverdale. That the Mavericks actually led that game after 3 quarters by 7, and it took a great effort by the Banks Lady Braves in the 4th quarter just to band together and to come back and put up 21 points in the final period to outscore Riverdale 21-8. Also in there, 11 points from Cosette Mia. She's a 5'11 senior or 5'9 junior, and then her sister, presumably Issa Mia, 5'9 sophomore, had 9 points. That, Trevor, is 34 points between those 3 players, 34 of their 36 points scored. So that's really what the Banks Braves got to look at, is really controlling the Zaraskis tonight. And I liken them to Corbett's Schimmels. I think this is a live scout for the Banks. Okay, how well can you shut down the Zaraskis? That you're going to see pretty much the same thing with the Schimmels. The only difference is if you take away the Schimmels and their three-point shooting ability like the Zaraskis like to do, Corbett, anybody on that floor can shoot the three. So it's a different horse of its own. But it's kind of a little test, kind of a unique little test here with the Zaraskis. Kind of similar game. I'm not saying the same game. Similar game to the Schimmels in a similar aspect. And you've got a couple of presumably sisters that you got to contend with. Well, tonight's starting introductions being introduced right now by the venerable Wyman Smith. And as I suspected, Lily Zaraski will get the start. She's a 5'8 freshman. Right behind her, starting at the other guard, is Issa Mia, a 5'9 sophomore. And I'm sure it'll be Abby Zaraski who will start. She's the point guard. 14 points, 12 of those in the second half on Wednesday, February 1st against the Braves. Really got hot from the outside. She's a 5'6 senior. Then you've got the 5'11 senior post, Olivia Skalich. She did not score but fouled out of that game early on. And then Cosette Mia, a 5'9 junior. She had 11 points in that game exactly 2 weeks ago from today. So that's the starting 5 for the Riverdale Mavericks. Zaraski, Mia, and Skalich. Not a law firm, but the starting lineup for the Riverdale Mavs. Starting lineups being introduced for the Banks Lady Braves. Coming in number 1 in the Class 3A, it is Alex Saunders, of course, who was the leading scorer Monday night with 14 points. Fresh off of her season-high 10 points in that game, Jocelyn Janicek right alongside her on the guard spot. Jocelyn, one of the 2 juniors on this Banks Braves team. Madison Walker also in the starting lineup. We'll see. She had 8 points on Monday night, but was 0 for 4 from the free throw line. 3 points from this young woman right here. I like to call her the distributor, Haley Evans. She's starting at the point guard spot. And then Madison Bigsby also in the lineup. We're going to pause right now for the singing of the national anthem sung by freshman Jaden. A very strong voice from the freshman JV basketball player here at Banks High School, Jaden Vantham. Just a freshman, but I was just thinking, I got more chills her singing the national anthem and honoring America with her pipes, Trevor, than I ever did listening to Rihanna. Jaden Vantham, very well done here, and we hope see if the Banks varsity basketball team can follow that right there. Banks, of course, in their home white uniforms with Vegas gold numbers and letters and navy blue trim. Navy blue road uniforms, tops and bottoms for the Riverdale Mavs, gray numerals, and Madison Walker wins the tip. Banks will have first possession. Stop me if you've heard that before, and then we'll go left to right. Jocelyn Janicek has it, dribbling over to the right side, looking inside for Madison Walker. She bounce passes it over to Madison Bigsby and misses the little easy bunny shot. No good, but here's a steal in backcourt. Haley Evans runs it down off to Madison Walker up top of the key to Janicek over to Bigsby. Left corner three is right over the rim. Might have been a backdoor shot pass, but went over the rim, and it's a rebound to Riverdale. Here come the Mavericks. Going left to right as we view things. Cosette Mia gets it over. Now cross court to Zaraski. Abby Zaraski has it on the left wing, guarded by Janicek. In the corner, the ball goes now, and losing the ball out of bounds, tipped by Haley Evans. It was Lily Zaraski that lost it, but tipped by Haley, and so Riverdale will put the ball back in play under their own basket. Abby Zaraski will do so, looking for somebody to get it into, throws it in high, and it's tipped by Alex Saunders, but right in the hands, controlled by Cosette Mia. Abby Zaraski over to Issa Mia, takes a right wing three, it's off the backboard, no good, rebound right to Haley Evans. So here come the Braves. Madison Bigsby has it left side, leaves it, hands it off to Evans, guarded by Abby Zaraski. Here goes Evans trying to drive inside, now picks up her dribble, turnaround in the lane, throws it up, no good. Rebound tipped by and controlled by the Braves, and Haley Evans got to put it back up again. Ball loose and controlled by Riverdale, but then they throw it right away. It was Abby Zaraski trying to get it back to Lily, but it was tipped by a Brave apparently, as the officials are going to say it still belongs to Riverdale. And so they're going to try to get the ball across the timeline against the full court pressure, little three-person pressure. They do so here. Abby Zaraska has it left side inside for Olivia Scalich, but nice job of Madison Bigsby to knock that pass away, reading the passing lanes very nicely. But Riverdale will inbound. 6:25 to go, no score here. Abby Zaraski got to hurry. She finds Cosette Mia, who backs it out to the right wing, takes the three-pointers off the back of the iron, no good. Right in the hands of Issa Mia, goes back up, no good. Rebound to Madison Bigsby. Needs the outlet, finds the outlet Evans, and here comes Haley on the fly to the front court. Off to Jocelyn Janisic, left side. Gives up to Madison Walker. She's going to drive inside. Now terminates her dribble. Over to Madison Bigsby, right wing. Holds the ball high overhead, looking for somebody. Now going to drive inside. Now terminates. Over to Jocelyn Janisic in the corner. Going to drive baseline. Goes up against the taller defender and scores it. Jocelyn Janisic. Great display of penetration there and getting to the hoop. And Banks scores the first two with 5:47 to go in the game. It's 2-0, and here's that full court pressure. Abby Zaraski just does get it over to Lily Zaraski. Going to drive inside against Walker. Thinks better of it. Got off to Cosette Mia. Got away with the travel. Rebound. It comes down to the Mavericks. To Zaraski. Over to Mia. Inside to Olivia Skalich against Madison Walker. Madison had great defense with her hands straight up, but then she brought her right hand in to try to block the shot and got a piece of Skalich. That's the first foul of the game, and Olivia Skalich will try to get the free throws here. 2 free throws for Riverdale with 5:26 to go, down 2-0. First free throw by Olivia is right through. Money ball. Expecting a lot closer game than we saw Monday night. I think the Braves, though, are bringing that grit intensity, and it probably will prevail, but a lot closer game. Second free throw is good for Skalich, 2 out of 2, and we are tied at 2. 5:24 to go in the opening quarter. Bigsby to Walker, top of the lane. She lost the ball. Bigsby runs it down, right wing. Now going to drive towards the baseline. Now stops. Going to work it back over to Janisic. Top of the key, 3 is right through. Trevor, that's got to be a good sign. Jocelyn Janisic hitting the threes like that. 5 points. It's a 5-2 lead. Back the other way comes Lily Zaraski up against Madison Walker in the lane. Get it off to Cosette Mia. Going to go inside. Lost the ball. Out of bounds to the Braves. Turnover.
Offensive foul.
And that's Madison Walker. Offensive foul is a turnover. Under 5 minutes to go, 5-2. All 4 Braves in the backcourt, anticipating a little bit of pressure. Looks like the scorebook got the wrong foul up there. They put up 22, and the ref came over and said, no, it's 13. 5-2, under 5 to go. They do break the press with Saunders in the middle, off to Bigsby, right wing. Madison stops right there, pulls the ball up, gets it off to Haley Evans. She had to go kind of reach for it, but ran it down with her good hustle. Gets it over to Madison Walker, way out high, right side. To Janisic, cutting through to the top, now going to drive inside. Jocelyn throws it up off window, doesn't get it, but gets the foul, and Jocelyn is going to go to the free throw line. Jocelyn with all 5 points, coming off of that season high 10 points on Monday night. She would love to get 10 points here in the first half. 4:37 to go, 2 free throws coming up for JJ. Takes a deep breath, couple of dribbles, bends the knees, release, rotation, splash. 6 points for the Braves. It's Jocelyn Janisic 6, Riverdale 2. Another deep breath. Takes 1 dribble, release, rotation, splash. In BC, nothing but cord. 7 points for Jocelyn Janisic, 2 for Riverdale. 4:33 to go in the first quarter. Cosette Mia gets it ahead to her teammate, Issa Mia. Going to pull up in the lane just inside the free throw line and score it. Might have got away with the travel on that, but nonetheless, she scores the first field goal for Riverdale at 4:19 to go. It's 7-4 now. Haley Evans to Madison Walker, left wing. High overhead, now going to put the ball on the floor to Jocelyn Janisic, over to Evans. Haley gets it right back inside to Madison Walker. She falls down, ball's loose, it goes out of bounds to Riverdale. With 4:04 to go, first substitution in the game for the Mavericks. It is number 21, which we do not have on the roster. No 21 on the roster for Riverdale. Little change. Probably one of the JV players up there. Try to get that one, run that one down as we go through. Cosette Mia over to Abby Zaraski. Takes a right wing 3. It's partially blocked by Alex Saunders. Rebound by Cosette Mia. Madison Walker picks up the loose ball, gives it off to Haley Evans. Here come the Braves, up 3 with 3:44 to go. Tries to get it over to Jocelyn Janicic, left side, sails through her hands. Out of bounds, turnover to Riverdale. Few fans here from Riverdale making the trip over from Southwest Portland on this Wednesday evening. Good to have you along with you wherever you are. Abby Zaraski has it in between the circles, guarded by Alex Saunders. She swiped it. Turnover by Tyler Rose. Off to Saunders. Inside. Goes up. No good. Got some contact, but no foul called. Rebound to Issa Mia. She finds Abby Zaraski, here she comes with a full head of steam all the way down the center of the court. But Madison Walker was right there to redirect her course. Off to Issa Mia. Throws it up. No good. Rebound to Cosette Mia. Falls down out of bounds. Loses the ball. Turnover. Picked up by Madison Walker, and we've got a call on the other side. Looks like a foul on Riverdale. It's against Issa Mia. Her first foul. 13th foul against Riverdale. So Madison Walker will put the ball in play to Haley Evans. Get some token pressure from Abby Zaraski. Really hounding Haley, and she falls down, and that's because of the contact by Abby Zaraski. That's her first foul. 4th team foul against Riverdale. 2nd foul on Abby Zaraski. That's huge. 2 early fouls on Abby Zaraski. Go right at her and make her pick up her 3rd foul. That would be a good plan here. Haley Evans has it in between the circles. Now terminates her dribble.
Nice
Looks
pass.
inside to the cutting Madison Walker, who lost the ball, couldn't hang on to it, and it's going to be a turnover. That looked like it's going to be an easy 2 off the lane, but Madison just couldn't hang on to it. And so Riverdale is going to get a good chance for them to counter here. Pull even with under 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. It's Banks 7, Riverdale 4. Alex Saunders again picking up the ball handler, really harassing Abby Zaraski. And yeah, she was got a little personal with Abby there and gets called for the bump. That's a good call by this veteran officiating crew. You get to the playoffs, you typically do get a veteran officiating crew. First foul on Alex Saunders. Wow. That inbounds pass goes all the way in the backcourt, but good job by Abby Zaraski to run it down. She gets it back from Cosette Mia in the corner to Issa Mia. 3-pointer, rim it up, no good. Rebound to Jocelyn Janicic. Here come the Braves. Janicic is just going to kind of slow it up a little bit. Now gets it across the timeline, has it in between the circles, hands it off to Haley Evans, who's going to call out the play. Run the offense here. Looks like it gets a person-to-person defense for Riverdale. Saunders has it to Tyler Rose. Over to Haley Evans, left side, left wing, back to Jocelyn Janicic, going to drive inside, stop at the elbow, free throw line. Now Saunders has it, going to drive baseline on the right side, pulls it back out to McKenna King, who drives inside and gets the roll. Little finger roll, so someone besides Jocelyn Janicic scores, and it's McKenna King. And it's 9-4, under 2 minutes to go. Cosette Mia has it way out high for Riverdale. Going to put the ball on the floor, drive inside, leave for Skalich. Back up to Issa Mia. She lost it for a second, or Lily Zaraski. Now to Abby. Over to Mia, who wasn't looking and came back to get the ball and then threw it at her sister Cosette's feet. Out of bounds. But looks like they're going to give it to Riverdale, so apparently it was tipped off of a Brave before it went out of bounds. Abby will inbound the ball. Puts it up high and stolen away by Alex Saunders. Read that all the way. Here goes Alex all the way to the rack and lay it up and in. Score it. First 2 points for Alex Saunders. And the Braves extend the lead to 7, 11-4 with 1:25 to go. We've had one tie, one and no lead changes. 3-pointer by Abby Zaraski is right through, and that's the first points for Abby Zaraski. It's 11-7. That's a great hoop for Riverdale. Needed that one to not let Banks get too crazy here and pull away. It's a pass inside from McKenna King. Tipped off her fingers and out of bounds to Riverdale. Clock was stopped for a minute, and then it started going, and it's still going. It should be a minute. It's at 55 seconds. What the heck are you doing, Wyman? Let's be fair here.
Just used to so many running clocks.
so now Riverdale just lost 5 seconds, and they didn't get it back. That's not fair. They should have stopped it and put it back to 1 minute. Little home cooking on the clock operator there. Cosette Mia going to drive inside, off to the corner to Issa, cross court to Abby Zaraski, right wing. picked up by Jordan Maller. Almost a steal by Tyler Rose, but a three-pointer put up by Riverdale is no good. Rebound Madison Walker cleaning the glass off to Jordan Maller. Gets it ahead to Madison Bigsby running the floor and puts it up and scores it. Madison Bigsby with her first two of the game. It's 13-7, 15 seconds to go. But don't forget, Riverdale got robbed of 5 seconds of this first quarter by Wyman Smith. Abby Zaraski has it out top, being hounded by Jordan Maller. Trying to drive inside, loses their way. Gets it off to Cosette Mia, left wing. Throws up a one-hander, just kind of threw it up there. And it hits off the graze the side of the backboard, and that's the end of the first quarter. Although we should have 5 more seconds for Riverdale. Yes, I'm not going to let that one down because you got to be fair in the playoffs. 13-7, Banks leads it by 6 over Riverdale here in the first quarter. They should get 8:05 to start the second quarter. Wait 5 seconds before you start that clock. That's what I would do if I was being fair. But we're going to step aside. We'll be back after this from Sarah Hesselman.
Same great smile, same great service, but a brand new location and a great new team. Sarah Hesselman Group is still proud to support Banks High School athletics, but has now joined the Premier Property Group real estate team with new offices located in Bethany. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, contact the Sarah Hesselman Group, Sarah at sarahhesselman.com, or call 503-313-0748.
There's the first horn for the second quarter. Both teams are giving their still at their huddles. Both coaches, Mark Scarlett for Riverdale and Nick Rizzo for Banks, giving their teams final instructions ready for this second quarter. Banks has led the whole way. We were tied briefly at 2-2, but since then, Banks has went on an 11-5 run to end the quarter to go up 13-7 here over Riverdale. Riverdale seeing tonight that they're not only playing Banks, but they're up against the Banks scorekeeper. Yeah, I'm not big on cheating if you've gotten that one by now. So here we go. Start the second quarter. Riverdale has the ball to start. Abby Zaraski has it in the corner. On top to Olivia Scalich. Gonna pop a three-pointer. Hits off the backboard and it missed badly. And rebound to Madison Walker. Off to Haley Evans. Gets it across the other way. Haley looking to the left side. Finds Jocelyn Janicek. Jocelyn at busy feet. Nice pass inside to Haley Evans. Goes up and throws it off the window and good. Haley Evans scores. Good to see Haley scoring too here in the first quarter. And that's our first 2 points of the second quarter. 15-7. 8-point lead for the Braves. Isamia has it to Lily Zaraski. Now going to throw back out to Abby. Abby backs it out. Looking to it down the middle. Trying to go against Haley Evans. And just hands it off to Isamia. Back to Lily Zaraski. Zaraski, nice bounce pass to Cosette. Out to Abby Zaraski, right side. Holds the ball high. Now going to put the ball on the floor. Going to drive inside. Nope. Madison Bigsby said not here. And here's a nice bounce pass inside for Cosette Mia, who puts it off the window and down, and then she was fouled. Cosette Mia with her first 2 points of the night. It's 15-9 with 6:50 to go in the second quarter. 3-point play opportunity here for Cosette. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Olivia Scalich. Second opportunity of this possession for Riverdale. Three-pointer on the way for Isamia is right through. Mamma mia, Isamia. And it's 15-12. Lead down to 3, just like that. A great run for Riverdale. Did not let Banks run away and hide after they had an 8-point lead. Saunders has it right side. Nice pass inside to Madison Walker. Missed the shot, gets her own rebound, goes back up, but is fouled. And she will get 2 free throws. That's a good foul for Riverdale. Good person to foul because this is someone who went 0 for 4 on Monday night. So we'll see if the free throw woes were just a one-time deal for Madison. See if she can knock him down. 6:24, foul was called on Isamia. Ugh. Madison Walker still looking for her first points of the night. 0 for 1 here. That's not what you want to do when the clock is stopped. Want to hit those down, particularly when you get into teams like this. Second free throw on the way. It is off the front of the iron. No good. Rebound Madison Bigsby and puts it back up and in. Picks up her teammate by scoring her 4th point. 17-12 now. Here's Abby Zaraski all the way down the middle, and that's just too easy. Laid it up and in for Abby Zaraski. It's all about who wants it more. Zaraski with 5. It's 17-14. 3-point lead. Haley Evans has it. Off to Madison Walker. Left side way out high, thinking about the 3. Now finds Haley Evans inside. Going to throw it up off the window and down. Wow. Haley Evans, 4 points in the quarter. 5-point lead, 19-14. Abby Zaraski, walking dribble. Now going to go to the left side. Nope, going to come back. Haley Evans is on her. Almost stole it away. Finds Cosette Mia. Lost it, gets it back. Abby Zaraski open for a second. Now takes a free throw line jumper. No good. Rebound Madison Bigsby. Gets it to Madison Walker. To Haley Evans. Here come the Braves with under 5.5 to go in the second quarter. They lead by 5, 19-14. Haley Evans calls out the play fist. Inside for Alex Saunders. Too strong for her. Lost it off her left hand and out of bounds. Turnover to Riverdale. 5:15 to go in a 5-point lead. Haley Evans, Alex Saunders, Jocelyn Janicek, Madison and Madison in the game for the Braves. Abby Zaraski has it, picked up by Haley Evans. Now gives it off to Cosette Mia. Over to Lily Zaraski, drives back over now to the left. Now finds Abby Zaraski back in between the circles. Haley Evans staying right with her. Now off to Lily Zaraski, left wing. Tried to go inside. Now going to try to go inside. Rejected by Madison Walker, but ran down by Abby Zaraski. Off to Cosette Mia, left wing. Picks up her dribble to Abby. Abby looking for somebody to cut her inside. Now going to take a deep 3 and drills it. Second 3 of the game for Abby Zaraski. 5 points here. It's 19-17. We got a good one so far here. Bigsby has it in the corner. Wrap around past Alex Saunders in the lane. Tries to find some distance, and she traveled. She was blocked by Cosette Mia as well, but going to get the travel. Tried to get the crossover, but just couldn't stay with it. It's another turnover by the Braves. Timeout called by Mark Scarlett. Going to hold it right here to see if it's a full or a 30. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll just hold it right here. With the Banks Lady Braves leading at 19-17. They've had an 8-point lead at one point in this quarter. Then Riverdale came back to get it to within 2. Then it went out to a 5-point lead, and now it's back to a 2-point lead with a couple of big 3 balls here in the second quarter by Issa Mia and Abby Zaraski. Abby Zaraski with 8 points here in the quarter. Really showing the busy feet. Always when she's in one spot, keeps her feet moving out there. Always looking to see, don't want to give the defense the impression of where you're going to go. Has a great court awareness.
Yeah, I think one of the things that's keeping Riverdale in this game is great ball movement, quick passes as soon as they touch the ball, and it's not letting the Banks defense get set.
Riverdale has to go full court again. It's only high school, not like in college where you can advance the court to advance the ball to midcourt. But I think that's just a year or 2 away from high school. That seems to be the trend. Anything in college gets eventually into high school too. Issa Mia tries to go inside. Now going to back it out to Abby Zaraski. Hounded by Alex Saunders. That's a good matchup there. Off to Cosette Mia, left side, back to Abby. Picked up by Saunders. Alex Saunders, probably the best defender on the team. Now off to Lily Zaraski. Lost it in the lane. Picked up by the Braves. Here comes Madison Bigsby. 3-on-2 here if they hurry. And Madison's just going to take it all the way in and score it. Madison Bigsby, her 4th point of the quarter. 6 in the game, 21-17. That was a huge basket by Banks. Got to get some momentum back. Stop the momentum from Riverdale. Have it left wing. Cosette Mia, left wing 3. No good. Rebound Madison Walker. That's the 4th or 5th rebound already. Off to Jordan Mallard. The sophomore, backup point guard. Leads for Madison Bigsby, or Alex Saunders, right wing. Now off to Jocelyn Janicek. Another 3-pointer on the way. Back to the iron. No good. Rebound tipped by Madison Walker. Out of bounds to Riverdale. 3:06 to go here in the first half. Banks leading it by 4. 21-17. They've led by as many as 8 in the first quarter and second quarter. Riverdale has never led, but they have gotten it within 2 on a couple of occasions. Looking to do so here, or 1 with a 3. Here's the ball stolen away. Great job by Alex Saunders to knock away the pass. Here comes Haley Evans all the way down the middle. Tried to go inside for Tyler Rose. Bad pass, turnover to Riverdale. Abby Zaraski coming back the other way. Over right side to Issa Mia. Three-pointer is good. And the lead is 1. Another three from Mia. She's got 8. It's 21-20 with coming up on 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Play call is fist from Nick Rizzo. Holds up his fist, calls out the play and some orders. Tyler Rose, cross court to Madison Bigsby. Great job to go up and jump and get that one. Goes inside, leaves for Saunders. Now going to back it out. Haley Evans, a right wing three opportunity. It's no good. Rebound fought for by Mia and Walker. It's won by Riverdale. Coming up on 2 minutes to go. Riverdale with a chance to take their first lead. Issa Mia, cross court, right into the hands of Haley Evans. She's going one-on-one with Abby Zaraski all the way to the rack, and that's one that wins. Haley Evans wins. Haley with 6 points in the quarter and 8 for the game. It's 23-20. Back to a three-point lead. Cosette Mia to Abby Zaraski, right wing three, and that's in and out. No good. Rebound, long rebound to Madison Walker. And here come the Braves, and we got a timeout call by Nick Rizzo. That is a 30-second timeout, a good timeout right here. This is to strategize because you've got 97 seconds before halftime, and you want to just – they kind of had the break going, but Riverdale's pretty good about getting back on defense. So Nick Rizzo recognizing he just wants to get a good opportunity here, a good possession.
Yeah, Riverdale is living and dying by the three tonight. They really don't, outside of Olivia Scolich, who I don't think is in the game tonight, they really don't have the size to match up with Madison Walker. But they've had quite a few threes tonight that have been halfway down and just haven't stayed. They could easily have a 5 or 6 point lead right now.
Yeah, Madison Walker hasn't scored anything, but she's doing a great job on the defensive side, really changing shots. Anytime they get the ball in low, Riverdale, you see them. They back it out. It's like, oh, here's Madison Walker, and they back it out. Here's a bad pass inside intended for Alex Saunders. Out of bounds. Not really like Haley Evans, trying to do too much. And not really what Nick Rizzo wanted right there. And so it's a turnover. Back to Riverdale. Banks leading by 3 with 90 seconds to go before halftime. Abby Zaraski has it left side. Gives it to Lily. Lily Zaraski. Now she leads for Cosette Mia. Right side now to Issa Mia. Right wing. Back to Cosette. Cosette has it in between the circles. Top of the key. Now holds the ball. Off to Abby Zaraski. Going to go to the right side. Or Lily Zaraski. Beg your pardon. Off to Cosette Mia. Now Abby has it, left wing, guarded by Alex Saunders. Cross court to Olivia Scalich, blocked by Tyler Rose, but she also got a piece. She blocked the ball, but she also got a piece of Olivia Scalich, and that's the first foul on Tyler, 4th on Banks. 1:01 to go in halftime. Neither team is in the bonus yet. Olivia Scalich's free throw is no good that time. Scalich hit 2 free throws in the first quarter to give them the 2-0 lead, or 2-2. Second free throw is no good. Again, tipped by Tyler Rose, stolen away by Scalich into the back court, and that should be over and back, and it is. Because the last touch was by Scalich, and then she threw it and then touched by Zaraski. So 55.3 seconds left. Now they should stop the clock and add that 5 seconds back on there, but they won't because they want the home court advantage. Haley Evans will throw it in. Gets it into Alex Saunders in the lane on the low block. To King. To Haley Evans. Left corner three. In and out. Basket didn't want it. Rebound Issa Mia. 47 seconds now. Riverdale has it. Cosette Mia will bring it up for the Mavericks. Hounded by Saunders. Now she changes her direction over to Abby Zaraski. Saves it, but then tipped out of bounds again by Jocelyn Janasek. So Riverdale will put the ball back in play on the sideline with 34.2 seconds to go. Mia gets it in. Scalich work it over to Mia. Now back to Mia. Issa Mia back to Scalich. Top of the key over to Cosette Mia. Left wing picked up by Jordan Maller. Cosette to the right side to Issa. Over to Lily Zaraski. Now going to drive inside, back it out. Working against Janasek and Saunders. That's a tough matchup. Over to Abby Zaraski, picked up by Jordan Maller. Over to Scalich. Work it over to Cosette Mia. Going to drive inside. Little scoop shot unhanded, and it's good by Cosette Mia. 4 points in the quarter, and that's going to do it. halftime here at Banks, and we have got a barn burner tonight at halftime. It's a 1-point lead for the Lady Braves, but they have still led the entire way. Our score, Banks 23, Riverdale 22. This is the Coastal Range semifinal game. The loser gets ready for the state playoffs that begin next weekend. The winner moves on to Friday night's championship game against the Corbett Cardinals at Rainier High School. That game just decides who gets the top seed from this conference. That's all that does. Doesn't really change your records, doesn't really change your standings much. I don't even think Banks, even with a loss tonight or Friday night, would really even fall. We saw them, they lost a game against Corbett and they stayed number one. And with the two teams behind them with 2 and 3 losses, I don't think they would fall either. But anyways, halftime here, 23-22. We got 16 more minutes to go. We'll talk about it on the other side of this break. This is Banks Lady Braves basketball, built by Jason Bond Remodeling, and we'll be back after this from LaHaye.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsboro. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahays.com. Or call us at 503-648-2341.
Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post.
Do you or someone you know own a business? As a local business ourselves, we know how important daily operations are, which is why we offer small dollar business loans for equipment, building upgrades, machinery, and more. The credit union even provides employee benefits for business members. Learn more at wanafcu.org or ask to speak with a commercial team member today. Again, to learn more, visit wanafcu.org.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market, for the best pizza in Washington County. From loaded hot baked subs to a Main Street special pizza piled high, we will satisfy your pizza cravings. We've been serving and supporting the Banks community since 1986. Open daily at 11 a.m. Call ahead now to place your order at 503-324-5858 or follow us on Facebook to see our daily lunch specials. Mention this radio ad and receive $2 off any Main Street pizza.
(23-22) is our score here at halftime. It's been a really good second quarter, really good first half. Banks jumped out to as big as an 8-point lead in the first quarter, but Riverdale, not like Rainier Monday night, we knew they wouldn't be. They came right back and did not let Banks run away and hide. It came back to within a couple of points. Banks forced it back out to 6 at the end of the first quarter. Did have an 8-point lead and a 5-point lead in the second quarter. Kept maintaining their lead, and they've just been maintaining their lead. But Riverdale keeps chipping away, and the longer you let a team stay close with you, the more they think they can beat you.
Yeah, we were talking about as we went to break last time. Before the pregame, I had said that Banks has been averaging around 53 points a game. And Riverdale, you mentioned that they're a lot more lower scoring team than that. Right now, this tempo in the first half is favoring Riverdale with their half-court style of offense. Banks has got to pick up the pace a little bit scoring in the second half, try to get in the passing lanes a little bit more, and force some turnovers to try to create some fast break opportunities with Alex Saunders and Madison Bigsby to try to push this lead up a little bit more in the early in the third quarter. They played like they have all year, despite only one loss. They've always come out a little bit tentative, almost like they're nervous to start each game. I know there's a lot riding on tonight's game with a chance at the league title on Friday, but really no need to be nervous with, you already know that you're going to be one of the top 3 teams in the state playoffs. Even if you do drop with a loss tonight to Riverdale, which is a top 10 team, you're likely not going to drop out of the top 2 or 3 spots, and you're still going to have a home game for the second round with a win to advance you to Marshfield or North Bend.
4 out of the last 5 games for the Lady Braves, just to put some perspective into that, they have scored over 60 points or more in 4 of the last 5 games. All of those wins, of course, all 5 of those games have been wins. For Riverdale, 4 of their last 5, they're 4-1, but of their last 5, of course, they lost by 21 to at Corbett in that span. But 4 of their last 5 games, they have won those 4 games, but they've won scoring less than 50 points in those games, and that's what I talked about. They play a lot more of a deliberate style offense. They like to get into the half court. They're not really interested in running or transition. They'd rather just as soon get down, make their transition back to get on defense, to get set, and force you to play a half court game. And we really haven't seen Banks play that half court game. But one thing I will say about close games is Banks has been in close games against even better teams than Riverdale. Early on in the season, they played against Santiam Christian. They won by 5 points. That was at Santiam Christian. They won it was 5 or 7 points. A very close game that they won there. But they also played against Astoria, one of the top 3 teams in the 4A, and they won that game by 2 points. They won a game against Corbett here on this court by 2 points, 43-41. So they had great success with winning close games. I think they'll be able to do that here, but they're going to be talking about that in the locker rooms. Like, we got to be able to, one, they've had great opportunities in the transition game, but they're making turnovers. We've seen them turn the ball over way too many times, way more, I think, than they have in the last 5 games, really. If you total up all the turnovers, just really overthrowing their passes. They got to be a lot more sure of their passes in the second half, make sure they're sharp and crisp on a dime. And when people do make a last-second pass, like a Haley Evans and coming down, or Madison Bigsby, and they're seeing these passes that they can make these quick, nice passes, you got to be ready. You got to be ready to catch it as well.
Yeah, Haley Evans, I know, with a couple of backdoor attempts to Alex Saunders, turnover out of bounds, just led her too far. And against a team like Riverdale that tries to limit opportunities offensively with their half-court style of offense, you got to cut down on the number of turnovers and try to make every possession count, especially in a close game.
Well, and a lot of those passes are not on the shoulders of the passer. It's on the shoulders of the receiver not really being ready to catch those passes, and that's the point. Yeah, you got to be sharper throwing the ball and passing the ball, but you also got to be ready to receive the pass. Just ask Cole Linehan, head coach of football here at Banks Braves. He'll tell you that. Receivers got to be able to catch the ball. You got to do that in every sport. In baseball, too, you got to be ready to catch the ball when they throw it. Leading scorers tonight, it's 2 for the Riverdale Mavericks. 8 points for Issa Mia, 8 points for Abby Zaraski. Kosat Mia with 4 points, but just really only 4 players scoring. The only other scorer is Olivia Skalich with 2 points. 3 leading scorers for the Banks Lady Braves, 7 points all in the first quarter for Jocelyn Janisek. Came out and fired up a 3-pointer from the top of the key, but has missed a couple of threes since then. Would love to see more of those go down for Jocelyn. Love to see a big game for the junior, who really is a great player and going to be special, I think. He's got one more year here with Coach Nick Rizzo. Going to be a special player to watch, and definitely a player to watch in this conference next year. 6 points each for Haley Evans and Madison Bigsby. Bigsby with 4 points in the second quarter. Haley, all 6 of her points in the second quarter. And those are the leaders. Both teams back out on the floor. In fact, Riverdale back on the floor. Riverdale is actually getting back on the court. It looks like Banks is going to have the first possession of the second half as I look down at the alternating possession arrow down there in front of clock operator Wyman Smith. Hopefully we don't have any more scoreboard malfunctions or operator errors. Banks taking a long time in their huddle, but there's still 22 seconds on the clock, so they're using every last second to go over the game plan. And I'll tell you what, they better be listening because Nick Rizzo he's fired up. He is really he's getting his message across. I don't think I've ever seen Nick so red in the face, but he's getting his message across. Let's see if it's received as we start the second half. Banks going to go left to right as you view things there on the screen. Riverdale right to left. Here we go. Banks leading by 1. Haley Evans to Jocelyn Janasek. Tries to go inside. It's blocked by Cosette Mia. Haley runs it down back to Janasek. Right wing over to Haley Evans in the corner. Needs some help. Finds a cutting Madison Bigsby, but back out to Haley Evans. Going to drive inside. Throws it up 9-footer. No good. Rebound to Abby Zaraski. So open possession there for the first possession of the half for the Braves. And here's Riverdale with their first possession of the second half. Cosette Mia to Abby Zaraski. Over to Issa Mia. Inside to Cosette Mia. Goes it up off the window and down. And just like that, Riverdale scoring off their first possession of the half. And they take their first lead of the game at 24-23. Bigsby has it left wing. Over in the corner to Haley Evans. Three-pointer. It's off the backboard. No good. Rebound to Madison Bigsby, though. Takes a turnaround in the lane. Won't go. Rebound to Riverdale. To the outlet, Abby Zaraski. Here come the Mavericks looking to extend their lead now. Leading at 24-23. In the corner to Lily Zaraski. Going to drive inside. Now pulls it back out to Abby. On top to Cosette Mia. 6 points in the game. To Abby Zaraski. Cross court, almost thrown away by Madison Bigsby. Down in the corner it goes to Zaraski. Lily Zaraski, or that's Issa Mia rather, who splashes another three. Issa Mia, and the lead up to 4 for Riverdale. Issa Mia with her third three of the game has 11 points in the game. 27-23, Madison Walker has it. Right wing to Haley Evans. Holds the ball high. Now going to work it back towards the left. Now off to Alex Saunders. Wide open. 17-footer is no good. Rebound fought for and won by Madison Bigsby. Bigsby going to go inside. A little up and under shot is no good. And rebound tipped out of bounds by Riverdale. Banks will keep possession with 6:08 to go in the third quarter. Down 4. Riverdale scored the first 4 points of the third quarter for their first lead of the game. Inside to Alex Saunders, right under the basket, off the glass and in. Alex Saunders, just her second basket tonight. They need to get Alex going more. It's 27-25. Back the other way to Abby Zaraski. Nice bounce pass to Lily. Now she's going to work it back outside. Now going to go inside, but Madison Walker is there. Here's the ball stolen away by Jocelyn Janasek, and she is tied up by Olivia Skalich. So alternating possession arrow goes to Riverdale. Banks fans not liking it, but I don't know what they're looking at because that was a good call. That was the only call to make. It was a good tie-up. Riverdale will inbound it. Ball tipped out of bounds by Haley Evans as it was coming into Issa Mia. I think they thought that Jocelyn was fouled, but there was no foul. If anything, it was a travel. Riverdale has it right side. Cosette Mia, a deep three, and it is good. Cosette Mia with her first three. She's got 9 points in the game. Fifth of the half, 30-25, Riverdale. Inside it goes for Jocelyn Janasek, loses it out of bounds. Turnover by the Braves. And so Riverdale will put the ball back in play, up 5, trying to get into the league championship game, get that top seed for Corbett. Cosette Mia has it right side. Now goes over the corner to Issa Mia, in and out, won't go. Rebound to Madison Walker. Ahead to Madison Bigsby in the front court. Madison Bigsby going to drive inside, splits the defense off the glass, no good. Rebound to Cosette Mia. 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Riverdale up 5. Here's Cosette Mia back the other way in the front court. Picked up by Alex Saunders, and Mia throws it away. She tried to bounce pass it to the corner to Issa Mia, and just threw it right behind her. I think she thought that Issa was going to be there, but she went towards the basket. Turnover to Banks. Now this is where the Braves have to capitalize. Points off turnovers. Janicek has it, cross court to Madison Bigsby. Inside for Madison Walker, takes the dribble, goes up, misses it. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Madison Walker. She tried to get the rebound, and she pushed it out of bounds instead of pulling it to her. Turnover to Riverdale. 4:35 to go. Riverdale can extend their lead. Get it on top to Cosette Mia. Back over to, it's going to be Yo-Yo to Zaraski, to Lily, to back to Abby. Over to Skalich. Right corner. Now goes inside and to Lily Zaraski. Ran down by Abby. She has it hounded by Janicek. And here's a steal, near steal by Alex Saunders. Abby Zaraski comes up with it. Goes in the corner to Cosette Mia. Back over to Issa from the three from the corner. No good. Rebound pulled down by Cosette Mia again. Goes around Madison Walker. And I'm not sure where that foul came from because Madison Walker actually, I was looking right at her, stood her ground. And Cosette Mia went way away from her before she made a move. Phantom foul. Free throw is good. I want to know how much Riverdale paid the officials before the game for that foul. I think the foul was called on Madison Bigsby. First foul, first team foul. 4 minutes into it, our first team foul. Second free throw coming up by Cosette Mia. And it's off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound fought for and won by Jordan Mallor. And now we got a collision in backcourt. Jordan Mallor hit the deck. Good sportsmanship by Cosette Mia, helping her back up. Gives her a pat on the back. Banks will inbound it in backcourt. No pressure, but Riverdale, they just like to get back and set up their half-court trap. Looks like a little 1-1-3, 2-3 matchup here. Over to Tyler Rose, cross court to Haley Evans, left wing three, need it, didn't get it. Rebound Alex Saunders. Saunders has it right side, off to Jordan Mallor. Inside for Madison McKenna King, loses it on the pass. It's a turnover to Riverdale. Here's a turnover right back to Banks, courtesy of Alex Saunders. To Haley Evans. Braves down 6, need to go. Get inside to Alex Saunders, score. Alex Saunders, more of that, please. 4 points in the quarter, 4-point game, 31-27. Braves pick up half court. Cosette Mia gonna drive right side. Now terminates the dribble to Skalich, to Zaraski. Left wing three, off the iron, no good. Long rebound to Skalich. Off to Issa Mia, pulls up in the lane, no good. Ball tipped for, right in the hands of McKenna King, and it was tipped out of bounds by Riverdale. Really being active to try and steal the ball, and they just tipped it out of bounds.
Timeout.
Under 3 minutes to go. We got a timeout by Mark Scarlett and the Mavericks. They have the ball. When we come back, it's a full timeout. Riverdale 31, Banks 27. This is Banks Lady Braves basketball, powered by Jason Bond Remodeling. Back after this from Scoggins Creek.
Scoggins Creek Coffee is proud to offer delicious hot drinks and delectable breakfast items too. Visit their 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton. Open 7 days a week, Mondays through Saturdays until 5 and Sundays until 3. Make sure to ask about their weekly specials and visit their Facebook page. Scoggins Creek Coffee, 503-985-3483.
.254 to go here in the third quarter. It's been all Riverdale here in the quarter. They outscored Banks in the second quarter 15-10, and it was 23-22 at halftime, but now they have outscored the Lady Braves 9-4 in this third quarter, playing their style of basketball. Banks would rather get it up into 20 points a quarter, but Riverdale, they are content to score under 50 points as they have 4 of their last 5 games. Banks inbounding the ball. Riverdale wanted to set up their defense is what they wanted to do. Inside to Alex Saunders, working against Skalich, and it goes in, count it, and foul. Needed that from Alex Saunders. They need more of Alex Saunders to be their spark. She's got 6 points all here in the third quarter. .6 points in the quarter. 8 for the game. Actually, beg your pardon, she's got 4 points in the quarter. 8 for the game, make it 5 points in the quarter as she hits the free throw. The Braves are back to within 1 with 2:39 to go, 31-30. Cosette Mia has it, working against Tyler Rose, right side, now all over as she terminates her dribble to Abby Zaraski. Zaraski working against Alex Saunders, cross court to Issa Mia. To Skowlich at the elbow, traveled, no call. Now she gets it back over to Abby Zaraski, whip it over to Cosette Mia. Mia to Skowlich at the free throw line, back out to Cosette Mia, three-pointer on the way, it's off. Rebound comes down to Alex Saunders. Here come the Braves, Jordan Mallor bringing it up, working the point guard. With 2 minutes to go in the quarter, Braves have the chance to retake the lead. Tyler Rose has it left side. Now bounce pass inside for Saunders. Loose, picked up by Bigsby. Throws it out the window, no good. Rebound Mallor out of bounds to Riverdale. 1:52 to go. Riverdale has the ball and a 1-point lead. 31-30. Tyler Rose kind of some token pressure in the backcourt. Getting some huge minutes here. It's going to help going into the state tournament. Here's a turnover. Ball loose, and it's off of Riverdale. Abby Zaraski watched the ball just roll out of bounds. She was on the court, lost the ball off her hands, and just watched it. Just laid there in angst. She was like breathing. Heavy breathing as this has just been up and down here. Working really hard out there. Saunders to Rose. Directs traffic with her head. Back to McKenna King. Jocelyn Janicek to Tyler Rose. Now backs it out. Tyler to Saunders. She lost it. Wasn't ready for it. Got to be ready for the passes. Janicek picks it up. Off to Saunders. Goes up inside the lane. Pulls up. Back to the iron. No good. Rebound coming down to Abby Zaraski. She ran down the loose ball. But Tyler Rose is all over her. Saunders picks her up as she meets at half court. Saunders takes a swipe of the ball. Now off to Cosette Mia in the lane. Splits the defense. Goes up. No good. But rebound. And a foul is called. 2 free throws coming for Cosette Mia. Jocelyn Janicek is who they say fouled. Second team foul on the Braves, just the third team foul called in the third quarter with 1:06 to go. Free throw on the way. It's short by Cosette Mia. That's her second straight free throw miss. She's 1 out of 3 from the line. King, Saunders, and Mallor check out. Haley Evans back on the court. Free throw, dances on the rim, no good. Rebound, McKenna, Madison Bigsby to Evans, to Janicek, left wing. Jocelyn stops, goes back to Haley, over to Madison Walker. Tyler Rose, three-pointer from the corner, it's blocked. Picked up by Madison Bigsby, she's in the lane, needs help. Off to Haley Evans. Work it over to Madison Walker. Gonna drive baseline, pulls up little 14-footers, no good. Rebound, Madison Bigsby, and she slipped to the floor, and a foul is gonna be called, I believe, on Issa Mia, much to the chagrin of the Riverdale faithful. I don't blame them. That was more of a bailout, not really a foul. She didn't force. That was just Madison going down on her own. Ball comes into Janicek, over to Tyler Rose, inside for Madison Walker. Haley Evans has it left side. Bigsby, left corner three is short. Rebound coming down to Issa Mia. Here comes Riverdale, up by 1 still. Cosette stops at the free throw line. Off to Abby Zaraski, left wing. Now backs it out, working against Tyler Rose. Madison Walker is over there as well. Cosette Mia has it. Back over to Zaraski, left wing. Pulls up a three-pointer. It's short. Rebound right to the hands of Madison Walker. 14 seconds to go. Do they realize it, though? 10 seconds. Haley Evans gets it across. Carries the ball. Yep, that's a good call. She carried it. I was hoping they were going to let it slide, but nope. Wasted opportunity there. 8.2 seconds to go. Braves down 1 here in the third quarter. Riverdale has the ball. Cosette Mia gets it into Abby Zaraski. Riverdale could take a more than, here's a three-pointer, long three-pointer, no good. Rebound by the Braves. Half-court shot by Janicek is not even close. And that's the end of the third quarter. But a good run there by the Braves to battle back after they fell down there a little bit, 31-27. And they came back with I think they outscored them 5-2 there in a stretch to pull back within 1. And this is anybody's ball game as we go to the fourth quarter. Riverdale 31, Banks 30. Come on back for the final 8 minutes. After this, final 8+ minutes. Maybe we go to overtime. Back after this from Specialty Screen Printing.
Specialty Screen Printing in Yamhill offers your business the creativity and expertise to print your logo on a variety of items. Owners Ken and Linda Johnson have 40 years of experience on industrial parts and every type of material, including ceramic tile. Their fast service can have your project done in less than a week. Visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com, to see for yourself how they can help you boost your company's marketing and industrial screen printing needs. Call 971-998-9274 or visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com.
Minutes up there on the clock. Banks down by 1, and it's going to be their ball to start the fourth quarter, so a chance to take the first lead of the second half. Down by 1, 31-30. We talked in the pregame a lot about Riverdale's defense, but Banks, very much, they are the best defensive team in the league. They hold the fewest amount of points this season, so don't take that away. And Banks is holding Riverdale to 31. Saunders has it up top, over to Haley Evans, left side, cross court to Jocelyn Janicek. Going to drive baseline, and hands all over her. That's a good call by the officials. Lily Zaraski hand checking her, and you can't do that. That is a point of emphasis in high school basketball this year. Haley Evans will put the ball back in play under the basket and gets it into Madison Walker. Right there, throws it up off the glass. First 2 points of the game from Madison Walker. Comes at a huge time with 7:39 to go. Braves back in front, 32-31. Now need to play defense. Bigsby on the defense. Zaraski has it up top. Picked up by Saunders. Go over to Isamia, to Lily Zaraski, back to Abby Zaraski, back to Lily Zaraski. Three-pointer from the top of the key. No good. Rebound, Madison Walker. Huge. Keep them to one and done. Don't let them have second opportunities. Janicek has it. Right corner to Evans. Nice ball movement inside, but lost it. And ball still loose. Bodies diving all over the floor. Madison Walker picks it up. And did she call timeout before she went out of bounds? Student section says it's Braves ball, but the officials say it belongs to Riverdale. Great. I think this is the first game we've seen the student section packed out for a basketball game tonight. Cosette Mia has it right side to Isamia. Back to Cosette, right side, way out high. On top to Abby Zaraski, looking inside, now goes right to Isamia, directing traffic. Now back in the corner to Abby Zaraski, pulls it back outside. Going cross court to Cosette Mia, top of the key. Haley Evans staying with her. Off to Lily Zaraski, right wing. Picked up by Saunders. Over to Cosette Mia, going to drive inside. Shovel it off to her teammate, lost it. Ball still loose on the floor. Coming down with it is Riverdale, and a foul's going to be called, I think, on Madison Bigsby. Yep, they get Madison Bigsby for the reach.
That was a guess.
That's, I believe, the second foul. Yep, second foul on Madison Bigsby. Third team foul on the Braves, 3 aside. So Riverdale put it back in play. Cosette Mia gets it into Lily Zaraski. Down low it goes to Isamia. Cross court now. Over to Abby Zaraski. Right side, Mia. Back to Lily Zaraski. Dribbles it up to the wing. Lily looking to now dribbles up high. Off to Abby Zaraski, who came all the way across to the right wing. Walking dribble over to Lily Zaraski. Back to her sister Abby. Work it over to Cosette Mia, left wing. Cosette now bounce pass it over to Isamia. Back on top to Abby Zaraski, way out high. Bounce pass inside. Ball is stolen away by Madison Bigsby. And here comes the full court press by Riverdale. Janicek has it. Not a smart move by Riverdale because Banks knows how to break it. Here's Madison Walker. Pulls up an 18-footer. It's off the rim. No good. Rebound. Haley Evans had it for a second. Lost it, but it was tipped out of bounds by Cosette Mia. So the ball belongs to Banks. 5:39 to go in the game. Lady Braves lead at 32-31. Had a game like this against Corbett that Banks won 43-41. And before we do anything, Mark Scarlett wants to talk it over for Riverdale. It's a timeout on the floor, and it's going to be a 30-second timeout. 5:39 to go. Banks 32, Riverdale 31. Trevor, buckle up, partner.
Yeah, not quite state playoffs, but a league playoff game, and definitely playoff atmosphere with the student section packed. And not only is it a one-possession game, it's a half a possession game with 5.5 minutes left. Possible extra basketball.
And you kind of get the sense that this game may come down to free throws. Banks has been good of late. There's only a couple of them that have been struggling from the line, but you really would like to see them just kind of take the Jocelyn Janicek approach, deep breaths before you shoot it. Banks puts it back in play. Tyler Rose in the corner inside to Alex Saunders. Out to Madison Bigsby now, right side. Over to Tyler Rose. Nice pass inside for Alex Saunders. Goes up against the trees and gets the foul. Had no chance to get the basket because Cosette Mia was right there standing her ground, but it was a great job to draw the foul and get to the free throw line. This is somebody who has been very good at the free throw line for Banks. So here's a chance to add to their lead with the clock stopped at 5:30. Free throw on the way. It's good. Free throw up and down for Alex. 6 points here in the half, 10 points for the game. Been averaging about 12 points a game. 12, 14 points a game. Has 10. Can get 11 and a 3-point lead. Release, rotation, or front of the rim. Rebound to Abby Zaraski. Here comes Riverdale. Cosette Mia brings it across the timeline. In the corner it goes to Lily Zaraski. Pulls up, no good. Rebound, Bigsby. Gets the outlet to Haley Evans. Here comes Haley on the fly. Braves lead at 33-31. Three-pointer on the way from Madison Bigsby. It's off the iron, no good. Rebound tipped around, loose. Madison Walker picks it up. Off to Madison Bigsby. Free throw line. Out to Haley Evans. To Madison Walker. Takes a right corner three. It's a backdoor shot pass that is intercepted by Issa Mia. And here comes Cosette Mia. Bring it across for Riverdale. Met right there by Tyler Rose. Off to Abby Zaraski, left side. Working over to wide open Issa Mia from the corner. Missed it. Rebound to Cosette Mia. And she goes up no good. That's Issa Mia, rather. And Madison Walker with the rebound. Long court pass to Madison Walker at the equator. And gets it off to Madison Bigsby. Wow, living dangerously with that press breaker right there. But the Braves come up with it and now settle it down. Haley Evans to Tyler Rose, left wing. Back to Haley. To Madison Walker. Going to go inside. Off glass. Score it! Madison Walker. 4 points in the fourth quarter. It's a 4-point lead for the Braves. 4:10 to go. Riverdale is yet to score in the quarter. And pushing away is Abby Zaraski. That should be offensive foul as she shoved Tyler Rose to the floor. And that's clearly an offensive player control foul. You can't do that. But nonetheless, she missed it. Madison Walker back the other way to Bigsby. To Tyler Rose. Inside for Madison Walker. Going up against Scowitz. Score it! We'll take that! 6 points for Madison Walker in the quarter. It's 37-31 Braves. Stolen away by Tyler Rose. Lost it. Scowitz comes up with it. Abby Zaraski has it left wing. Doing all kinds of dribbling exhibitions, but to no avail. Gives it off to Cosette Mia. Gonna drive inside the lane. Now back out to Lily Zaraski. Three-pointer is no good. Tipped around by Issa Mia and tipped out of bounds to the Braves with 3:17 to go.
And right now, with the way the defense is played in the second half, it's like almost like a 10-point lead.
As we mentioned at the start of the fourth quarter, we talked about in the pregame about the defense of Riverdale, but don't lose sight of the fact that the best defensive team in this league is the Banks Lady Braves, and they've got the home court crowd behind them. And they are showing that here in the fourth quarter. Madison Walker has it. Cross-court pass to Janicek. Three-pointer may have been partially tipped, but rebound by Madison Walker. Easily 10 rebounds. Haley Evans, a three is no good. That's a rebound by Madison Walker. Put it back up and in. Madison Walker making up for last time. 8 points all in the quarter, and the lead is back up to 8 for the Lady Braves. 39-31. Riverdale's yet to score in the fourth quarter. And we have played almost 6 minutes of the final quarter. Riverdale has not scored. You cannot win games when you go those stretches. Ask Scott Ruick and the Beavers. Here's a turnover. Stolen away by Jocelyn Janicek. Haley Evans gets in and waits for everybody to come back. Smart move. Now going to put the ball on the floor left side. Over to Jordan Mallard. Tells a 19-footer. No good. Rebound to Janicek right side. Outside to McKenna King. To Jordan Mallard. Inside the free throw line. Kinged it. Jordan Mallard scores. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Scarlett. He is just mystified, mesmerized, and mortified. And he needs a full timeout to talk about this one. We'll step away with 2:08 to go. Banks 41, Riverdale 31, yet to score in the fourth quarter. Back after this from... we'll be back after this. You're listening to Banks Lady Braves basketball, built by Jason Bond Remodeling.
There's a new premier fiber internet provider in Vernonia featuring friendly and helpful customer service. Sign up with Gorge Networks today for symmetrical speed fiber internet, 300 meg or 1 gig speeds with managed Wi-Fi included in the low monthly price. No contracts or price increases. Refer a friend and get a free month of service. Make the switch to Gorge Networks today. Call 541-436-0223. You can also email us at sales@gorge.net.
To go in the game here in the fourth quarter. Riverdale will put the ball back in play. The timeout was actually called by Banks to set up the defense and to strategize the final 2 minutes. And here is Cosette Mia, right side. They are down by 10. Largest lead of the game for the Braves. Off to Lily Zaraski, left wing, guarded by Janicek. Has nowhere to go, so gets it to Abby Zaraski, left wing. She's guarded by Alex Saunders. Trying to split the defense off to Cosette Mia down the lane. No good. Rebound Madison Bigsby. The Madisons are owning the boards here in the fourth quarter. Bigsby has it. Going to go inside, and she double dribbled with the basketball. Evidently, she picked it up and then put it back. Can't do that either. 95 seconds left to go in the game. The Braves lead it by 10. Looks like they're going to win to advance to play in the championship against Corbett. Another fourth quarter comeback for the Lady Braves. They did this at Riverdale, doing this here. They won by 10 here, January 4th, 51-41. They currently lead by 10 here. There's another turnover by Riverdale at inopportune times. So Banks will put it back in play. They bring the full court pressure down by 10, and here's a foul. They foul Madison Walker. Yeah, they are smart, and they are well coached. They know who to foul, but that's not even close. It's only the fifth team foul. Going to have to foul 2 more times to get them to the line. 1:18 to go. Madison will put the ball in play to Haley Evans. 1:17 to Madison Walker. Nobody around her. Inside to wide open Alex Saunders. Around and down. Alex Saunders scores. That's how you break that little game. And the lead grows to a dozen. 43-31. It's over. Abby Zaraski has it left side. Inside to Cosette Mia. Back to Zaraski. All the threes in the world aren't going to help you now. Here's a three by Mia. It goes up and over. No good. Rebound Madison Walker. And she's fouled and knocked to the floor with 50.5 seconds to go. And it's just all a matter of playing out the last 50 seconds now with Riverdale down 12. And they have yet to score in the fourth quarter. This could be the second straight game this week that Banks has held an opponent scoreless in the fourth quarter.
It's an 18-0 run right now. It was 31-25 in the third quarter.
Yep. Madison Walker has it off to Jocelyn Janicek, but before she got it off there, Coach Rizzo called a timeout. It's just going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll hold it right here with 41.3 seconds. In fact, I think we're doing pretty good on breaks. I think we only have like 1 or 2 to go, and those are kind of bonus. So 43-31, and yeah, Trevor, you're right. It was like a 6-point lead at one point for Riverdale. Looked like they were in control in the third, and then Braves just turned up the defense.
Yeah, 10-1. Well, actually, yeah, it was Riverdale, I think, with the lead 31-30 to start the final quarter.
Yep.
So it's been 12-0 in the final period, and just great defense by Banks, and it's been Madison Walker with the layups doing almost all the scoring in the fourth quarter.
And Riverdale had a 20. Yeah. Well, here we go. We're ready for the final 41.3 seconds to go. Alex Saunders will put the ball in play. Cosette Mia dancing around in front of her. She finds Madison Bigsby in the backcourt. She's bumped by Lily Zaraski. That's not somebody you want to foul, but that's only the 6th team foul. So Well, okay, now they're putting up 7. 7th team foul, so Madison will go to the line. Madison Bigsby's not, she's the wrong Madison to foul. 40 seconds to go. Chance to put some money in the bank. Takes a couple of dribbles, release, rotation, back and iron, no good. Rebound Madison. Walker, though. Another opportunity to Bigsby. Over to Janicek. Was open for a second, off to Haley Evans up top. And Haley is fouled. And here comes Hackabrave. We're in for this probably for the rest of the 31 seconds. It's going to be Hackabrave. Soon, Banks will be in two-shot situations. Now it's 1-1 for Haley Evans. First free throw on the way for Haley. She earns the bonus. Haley Evans with 7 points tonight. Had 8 points Monday night. 44-31. Second free throw on the way for Haley. Release, rotation, splash. 8 points now for Haley Evans. 45-31. 14-point lead for Banks. Cosette Mia has it. Over to Lily Zaraski. Free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound. Haley Evans ahead to Alex Saunders. Had nobody for a second. 2-on-1 though. And they're going to back it out smart. Just work the ball around. You're up by 14. You don't even need to put up a shot now. You can just sit on the basketball. Don't know why Riverdale is playing defense here. And they will finally back it off. And they're just going to watch the seconds click away. 1 second. That's it. Banks Braves for the second straight game this week hold an opponent scoreless in the fourth quarter, and another official fourth quarter comeback as they were down by 1 at the start of the quarter, 31-30, and they put up 15 unanswered points here in this quarter, 15-0 to win it, 45-31. We'll look at the final totals and talk about the happy totals after we do some business here. The final score, Banks 45, Riverdale 31. The Lady Braves move on to the Coastal League Range Tournament Championship game Friday night, 5 o'clock, Friday evening, 5 o'clock at Rainier High School against the number 3 Corbett Cardinals. This is Banks Lady Braves basketball presented by Jason Bond Remodeling.
Hey Brave fans, this is Chris Lyda, the voice of the Braves, here to tell you about Econofab Buildings. Econofab is a third-generation family-owned and operated pole building company located right here in Brave Country. Econofab has been in business for almost 50 years, constructing shops, garages, and barns. I had them build my 2 shops, and as a satisfied and repeat customer, I'm here to tell you that Econofab puts the fab in fabulous. Go visit them online at econofabbuildings.com.
The Army National Guard plays a vital role in your community. We're on the front lines supporting essential personnel, first responders, law enforcement, and medical professionals, delivering food, supplies, and medicine, keeping communities safe, making a difference. During emergencies, we're always ready, always there. Learn more about part-time service in the Army National Guard at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Oregon Army National Guard, aired by the Oregon Association of Broadcasters and this station.
And we're back. Final score once again.
Scoggins Creek Coffee is proud to offer delicious hot drinks and delectable breakfast items too. Visit their 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton. Open 7 days a week, Mondays through Saturdays until 5 and Sundays until 3. Make sure to ask about their weekly specials and visit their Facebook page, Scoggins Creek Coffee, 503-985-3483.
Hey Brave fans, this is Chris Lyda, the voice of the Braves, here to tell you about Econofab Buildings. Econofab is a third-generation family-owned and operated pole building company located right here in Brave Country. Econofab has been in business for almost 50 years, constructing shops, garages, and barns. I had them build my 2 shops, and as a satisfied and repeat customer, I'm here to tell you that Econofab puts the fab in fabulous. Go visit them online at econofabbuildings.com.
(45-31). That is the final count. I'm actually surprised that they've actually left it on the scoreboard, Trevor. Usually they blank it out by now, but earlier game here, and that game got over just before 7:30. We started, I think, a little after 6 is what time we threw it up, about 6:05 or so, and so it's just short of 90 minutes. That's kind of how the Lady Braves games have gone, but this time we didn't have a running clock. They tried to run the clock in the first quarter, but at this point I don't think 5 seconds would matter because they lost by 14. But the Lady Braves leaned on something that's been their staple all season long, and I didn't mention it in the pregame show, wanted to give some praise to our opponent a little bit because they do a great job in that deliberate half-court offense and their defense, but the Lady Braves also a very outstanding defensive team, and they showed that in the fourth quarter, Trevor.
Yeah, outscoring Riverdale 15-0. Riverdale actually had a 31-30 lead entering the final period, and it was all Madison Walker offensively. She'd missed a lot of layups earlier in the year, but kind of took over that game, connecting close in at the rim on, I think she had like 8 points in the fourth quarter. That really, I think, was the difference in the comeback for Banks offensively. Late in the game. That epitomizes the word hero. And so I think everybody out there knows exactly who our hero of the game is tonight. I mean, you leaned on somebody who's been really struggling. It was good to see her just stay with it, keep her head up, not get down, and just do whatever she can to help this team out. Had 8 points, like you said, Trevor, 8 points all in the quarter, 8 points for the game. Don't have an official stat on rebounds tonight. We're limited with what we can do on these games, but at least 10 rebounds. So 8 points, 10 rebounds. I think that's an easy call to make there. But just a great effort there. Another great solid game for Alex Saunders too. Was really big in the second and third quarter for this team, and Madison Walker just kind of picked up on that in the fourth quarter. 14 points for Alex Saunders, 7 for Jocelyn Janisic. All of those in the first quarter really got them a boost, and really good to see Jocelyn with another great offensive output, piggybacking off of Monday night with her 10 points. Didn't quite get into double digits this time, but she's trending there. Jocelyn's going to be the leader of this team next year, as will be the senior, one of 2 seniors on the team next year. I didn't see a lot of the bench players tonight, but Tyler Rose put out some good minutes. Tyler Rose didn't score, but she was very effective defensively, was one of the staples of really harassing the Zaraskis. Yeah, it's really too bad we couldn't go to the game on Friday at Rainier against Corbett, but early start, 5 o'clock, is going to kind of make that unfeasible for us with our other work schedules. But I'm expecting another good game against Corbett on Rainier, and it's going to come down to whether or not they can continue to play the same style of defense against similar guards. Well, finishing out the scoring, Madison Bigsby with 6 points in this game. 2 points for McKenna King had 2 points. That was in the first quarter as well. Haley Evans with 8 points. It was Haley Evans and Alex Saunders that really helped this team kind of keep them close in the second quarter when they fell down by, they were down by 5 or 6 points there in the second quarter at one point. But Haley and Alex really came out and gave them a spark. And then also in the third quarter, Alex continuing. They finally got Alex going there, rolling in the third quarter, fighting her on some transition plays. And that's where Banks is really at their best, is that transition game. And on the other end of the coin, that's kind of the weak point of Riverdale. They don't really like, they're out of sorts when you get into a transition game. And I think that was really evidently saw, because then they started scrambling. And you said it earlier, Trevor. You said they're kind of living and dying by the three. And
second and third quarter, they were living by the three, but the fourth quarter, they were struggling, and Banks had a lot to do with that.
Well, yeah, when we said entering the fourth quarter, Banks normally likes to play a tempo in the mid to upper 50s. They averaged 53 points a game coming in. They only had 30, and we knew they probably weren't going to get into the 50s, but if they were going to have any chance of that, if they were going to have any chance of that, they'd have to play, they'd have to ramp up their defense, force some turnovers, and get some fast break opportunities, and they kind of did that. But Riverdale got back quickly, but they really had no answer for Madison Walker in the fourth quarter down low.
Leading scorer for the Riverdale Mavericks was Issa Mia with she had 3 triples in this game and had 1 2-point field goal in the first quarter. 11 points for her. Riverdale as a team, and this is a little bit what just a sampling, not exactly what they'll see with Corbett, but a sampling. Corbett puts up a lot more threes than this, so they got some really good game tape to look over tonight. The coaches will look over it. Nick Rizzo will have nightmares probably. He probably won't get any sleep tonight because they'll have nightmares looking at the tape, but they'll dissect it tomorrow and put it together, a game plan for Corbett, because it's a little bit of what they'll see with the sisters out there on the court in the threes. 3 threes for Issa Mia, 2 threes for Abby Zaraski, and a 3 put up by Kosei Mia. That is 6 triples splashed by Riverdale. I think that's the most triples we've seen anybody as of late throw up against Banks other than Corbett. So some good live scout tape for Banks to take into that game on Friday night. Really kind of rare to get that at this level of high school basketball, but that's what they're going to get. 11 points for Issa Mia, 8 for Abby Zaraski, 10 for Cosette Mia, and 2 for Olivia Skalich. 2 free throws way back. That was their first 2 points of the game, and she was 2 out of 4. So that's it. Braves win the first quarter 13-7, and they were outscored in the second and third quarters 24-17, but came back with a 15-0 fourth quarter to win it. 45-31. They are 24-1, 11-0 on this court right here. Can't really say they've wrapped up undefeated at home, because we know they'll get at least one more game a week from this Friday right here in the second round of the state playoffs, and then that will be the last time we can actually be with them for this season.
Yeah, OSAA rules and contracts prevent us from broadcasting state tournaments. Just wanted to add, we will not know Banks' opponent or official seeding until Saturday night, I believe, after 10 o'clock is when league tournaments around the state will wrap up, and after that point, we'll have, by Sunday morning at the latest, we'll have updated on social media, both Facebook and Twitter, Banks' opponent and schedule for who they will play on Friday. But guaranteed it will be a home game for the second round against, likely against the winner of the 20 versus 13 matchup. And right now, or at least earlier in the week when we went through the rankings, that was Elmira, the 3 seed out of the Mountain Valley Conference, taking on number 2 seed from the Mountain Valley Crestwell. Pleasant Hill, one of just a handful of teams that only have like 1 or 2 losses. It really ran over everybody else in that conference. Again, Kim Beer, great coach for the Pleasant Hill Billies. They'll likely be taking on Valley Catholic in the second round at home.
Riverdale will be the 3rd seed from the Coastal Range League, and likely Nia Connie will get the at-large bid, but that'll also be all shaken out. And one of the rankings I saw is there's actually a potential matchup. Riverdale could face Nia Connie, who they just beat on Monday night, 49-31 at Riverdale, and that game would be at Riverdale. So that would be an interesting matchup, and that's something we didn't see in 4A. OSAA tried to stay away from the same leagues matching up in the first couple of rounds, but in 3A, hey, if you're from the same league, it doesn't matter. You're going to square off in the playoffs. It kind of adds a little bit more of a drama to that aspect right there. But it's a win for the Braves tonight, 24-1 on the season. Let's go for number 25 and get some redemption on the Corbett Cardinals. Finally settle a score. It's going to be the rubber match game, as both teams 1-1 in the season series, winning on each other's home court. So appropriately, that game is on a neutral floor. For Trevor Beard, I'm Jonathan Lee, saying so long. We'll talk to you on a week from this Friday night when the Banks Braves play in the second round of the OSAA On Point Community Credit Union 3A State Girls Basketball Tournament. And you've been listening to Banks Lady Braves Basketball. The final score, Banks 45, Riverdale 31. Have a great Wednesday night, and have a great